नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की,
He's really good. I don't know. Someone just chopped down my hair when I was like that. He's amazing. He's good at this.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. There's going to be a Bhagavad Gita class now. So in a few minutes, we're going to be setting it up. Please bear with us and you can join for the class. Hare Krishna.
Which chapter?
Sixth chapter. Sixth chapter. Yeah, sixth chapter, 17 verse.
Well done, well done. So, well, we sit it's like, wow.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Could you hold this? I just
Sorry. It's okay. So I think that helps a
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Huh? Perfect. Yeah.
You train the students up to do it like that, yeah. In professional mathematics. How are you? How are you doing?
I was finding you. I came for lunch aarti, but because of crowd, I got stuck outside.
Okay, you should have come early, yeah, because everyone, you better go. Is there a stand? What would you? Can you put that stand down there? Go ahead.
Oh, that's where I went.
Isn't that bad? Yeah. I can raise your bag. Put your bag. Can you put that stand? What would you say?
You found my phone? Oh, there it is. Is that my phone in it?
This year. I think so. I know.
What?
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
I'm scraping sixes. I don't like it. You know what? Right at the beginning of year 10, I was scraping a 3. I might be doing that. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I was scraping 3s.
Yeah. Jai Radha Maharaj. Yeah. No, I don't need the. Just the mridanga will be. Mridanga. Yeah, Jai Radha. I don't need this. Not only mridanga is. Mridanga is fine. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhaktivedanta Manor. So, we're going to have the Bhagavad Gita class, and we're going to be covering a beautiful topic on Jnana Yoga, chapter number 6, verse number 17. Also, today happens to be a Mother's Day. So, all glories to the mothers who are so nicely bringing up the children. And we see that in the mandir as well. So nicely, mothers, they're always teaching the children how to offer obeisances and how to worship. So the mother is always the first guru who teaches about spirituality and about bhakti. So all of us, we are very grateful to all the mothers, and all obeisances and all glories to the mothers who bring the children so nicely in our Sanatan Dharma. Mother is always the first guru. And she's the one who teaches us about Krishna consciousness. Very, very fortunate to be with all of you. We're going to be first doing the Jai Radha Madhava prayer, a beautiful one to get into the mood of devotion. And then we will start with our class. So please join us. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna everyone. So happy to be here with all of you. It is such a fortune that we are born in this Sanatan Dharma. Such a great fortune for all of us that we have the one and only book in the world where God is directly speaking to human mankind, that is the Bhagavad Gita. And such a beautiful book. A lot of people, they think Bhagavad Gita is something to be read when you're retired, in your retired life. But when you read Bhagavad Gita, when you go through some of these beautiful words of wisdom from Krishna, Krishna tells about the art of living in this material world. We all belong to the spiritual world, and that is the reason why our religion is called as Sanatan Dharma. Sanatana, the Atma is called as Sanatana. Paramatma is called as Sanatana. The original place from where we have originally came, all of us, is called as Sanatana. And that's why our religion is called as Sanatan Dharma. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamaivam sa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mana shastra indriyani prakriti stani karshati. In one beautiful sloka, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells who we are and who Krishna is and what is our relationship with Krishna. Because our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, used to say that this human life is very precious. It is meant for a very high purpose, a higher purpose in asking questions, the spiritual questions. Who am I? Who's God? And what is my relationship with God? This is what the actual purpose of life. And in one sloka, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Purushottama Yoga, verse number 7, Krishna Bhagavan explains, Mamaivam sa jiva loka. All of you jivatmas, you're having these temporary identities. I'm an Indian, I'm a European, I'm an American, I'm a husband, I'm a wife. You have so many different designations. We join one company, we get a temporary ID card. When we leave, we have to give back the ID card when we get another ID card. Like that, we are having so many temporary ID cards. But Krishna is reminding us that all of you, that you have a much higher ID card. And that identity is you are part and parcel of the Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is our higher identity. But we have forgotten this identity, that we all belong to the Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Krishna himself is saying, Aham Brahmasmi doesn't mean that I am God. Aham Brahmasmi means that I am in part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. That is the actual meaning. And that is the reason why it is so important to come to the mandir. Sometimes people say like it is very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita. The very high philosophy we cannot understand. But actually if you come to the mandir, you will be able to understand this philosophy very easily. Because whatever Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, you can see a practical implementation in the mandir. Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatanchaschadrida. My devotees, Arjuna, they're always chanting my holy name. And this is what you can see in the mandir. Everybody is chanting the holy name. Manmana bhava madbhakta majjadi mam namaskuru. My devotees, they engage your mind. Krishna says 4 things we need to do. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer your obeisance to me and worship me. And all the 4 things you can find in the mandir, where all the devotees are thinking how we can serve Krishna. Always engaging mind, thinking of Krishna. How to always keep chanting your holy name. Offer your obeisances. All the devotees are offering the obeisances. Is it difficult to understand? Worship me. How to worship Krishna is we are showing. Everybody is bringing fruits and flowers and all. Very simple. Krishna says, very easy to worship Krishna. How? Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati. Just offer a flower, fruit or leaves or water. I will happily accept it. Simple way to worship Krishna. So even though we find that Bhagavad Gita may be very high philosophy people think, but if you come to the mandir and you can see a practical implementation, then you will find, oh, this is what Krishna meant actually in Bhagavad Gita. Oh, this is everything we can relate to when you come to the mandir, because everything is being practically done. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Matchitta madgata pranam bodhayante parasparam katayantyascha mam nityam tusyanti charamantiya. Arjuna, my devotees, they get great satisfaction by always discussing about me with each other. And this is what we are trying to do here. We are trying to discuss Krishna Katha with each other. Krishna says, this is what my devotees should be doing. And this is what we are doing. Is it difficult to understand? This is, so when we come to the mandir, we can see whatever Krishna is telling us in Bhagavad Gita. In the mandir, we are following. Why? It is thanks to our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, who given us this beautiful program in the mandir. Unlike in many temples where everything is done like as ritual, but here in ISKCON Mandir, it's all about education. It's all about knowledge. It's all about engaging yourself in service of Krishna. That is why Prabhupada never talks about bhajante. Bhajante means engaging in devotional service. So here we are not just seeing Krishna and going away. What we are doing is we are singing and chanting for Krishna. We are offering fruits for Krishna. We are doing everything in service of Krishna. In one word, if I have to tell what Krishna consciousness is, samsiddhim haritoshanam, which means doing everything for the pleasing the Supreme Lord. Right? So this is what we are trying to do. And so we are going to be covering a particular verse called 6th chapter, which is, what's the name of the yoga? Chapter number 6, anyone? Dhyana Yoga, the yoga of meditation. So Lord Krishna gives some beautiful words like how to balance life in this material world. On that note, can I just ask if everybody can turn this side so that it will be easy for you to just to listen as well, so that you don't, twist your neck seeing the other side. So it will be nice so that we can have an interactive session. So we can also, if there's anything that you want to bring up for discussion, we can discuss that as well. So please, if you can come this side. So I will recite this particular sloka from Bhagavad Gita, and then I want everyone to join, because let's make it very interactive so that all of us get a taste of this sloka. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita? Few hands? This is one of the most precious book in this world. Of course, a few years back, even I would have put my, so very few hands. But yeah, so very, very fortunate that we are speaking here about Bhagavad Gita. A lot of people say, what do we get by listening to Bhagavad Gita? What do we get by listening to Krishna Katha? But Sri Krishna Bhagavan is telling in Bhagavad Gita the importance of listening, just listening to Krishna Katha, how important it is. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti takrataha chakta deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Krishna is telling Arjuna, those who are listening to my Bhagavad Gita, those who are listening to my Hari Katha, those devotees towards the end of their life will not come back again into this material world, but they will go back to the supreme Vaikunta planet called Goloka Vrindavan, just by listening to Harikatha. How auspicious it is, isn't it? Krishna is giving us the greatest benediction that when you follow my instructions, when you are listening to Harikatha, we are only talking about NatWest account and Santander account, but we have something called as a spiritual bank account. So this human life is meant to fill up our spiritual bank balance. And how do we get the spiritual bank balance? By listening to Harikatha, by coming to the mandir. Even if you do a small thing in this material world, no matter how much you do for other people, you're always disappointed, isn't it? They never do something back for you. But Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, Swalpamabhyasya dharmasya trayate mahata. Even if you do a little bit of service for Krishna, Krishna says it will protect you from all the dangers in life. Swalpamabhyasya, like today, on a Sunday, you could have gone anywhere else, but you decided that, no, I'm going to come to the mandir. This is what pleases Krishna the most. Swalpam abhyas, little bit of service you do for Krishna, Krishna will never forget in his life. So coming to this particular verse that is there on the TV screen, you can follow that. I will just read out the sloka and after that we can all join to repeat. Yuktahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. I will just repeat. Yuktahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. What is the meaning? Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, he who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work can mitigate all material planes by practicing the yoga system. So many times when we talk about yoga, we actually think about yogic postures. You know, Sirsasana, right? Surya Namaskara, Pranayama, we think about all of things. All of things are part of the Ashtanga yoga or Hatha yoga, where you can nicely practice all these things. All these are like warm-up exercises to keep your mind completely in control, to keep your mind, body in harmony by doing Surya. I remember many times I used to do all these yoga exercises as well. They are meant to have a healthy body and a healthy mind, to control your mind by doing the breathing exercises, you control your mind and all that. But many people think that this is only yoga. But Bhagavan Sri Krishna is giving us the holistic life of how to live your life. So yoga is just not about yoga asanas only. It is about the art of living. And what is that art of living? He who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work can mitigate all the material planes by practicing this yoga system. So yoga system is a more holistic kind of an approach to living, the art of living. Today, because of this junk food culture, we see like all of us, right? We are so tempted. When you see chips, you can't control yourself, right? We want to just go and eat and eat. There is no control for that. We can just finish off. I remember like in Haagen-Dazs, one of my favorite ice cream. When I get a tub, that's it. That's the end of it. There is no looking back. You know, I'm sure like a lot of you can relate to it, right? We all have our favorite ice creams. You have our favorite junk food. No, McDonald's. That's no wonder we have thousands of McDonald's everywhere, isn't it? Because we got so used to this habit, right? And not only that, eating junk food and late night binging, you know, like couch potato, sleep on the sofa and watch Netflix. So by doing all these things and sleeping, because of that, we'll end up, you know, we want to watch back-to-back episodes. We want to finish the whole episodes in one go. So because of that, we land up sleeping late. It is mentioned, like, you know, in the Vedic system, people used to sleep early, get up early, and in the Brahma Muhurta, they used to again, you know, they sit and chant, because in the Brahma Muhurta, the whole day also is in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. The day also is in the mode of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Early morning is in the mode of Sattva-guna. That's why everybody automatically become very spiritual. Even if somebody is not into bhakti also, he will light one nice agarbatti and just do all the puja and all that. And in the evening, completely gone, Netflix Ayana We completely, at that time, even if you want us to go, can you please go near God also, we will not go. That time we are in a totally different mode. So Krishna is giving us this knowledge from Bhagavad Gita that all of us, we think that we are the ones who are controlling everything, but actually we are being controlled by the three gunas. And these gunas are completely keeping us in control. They make us keep dancing. Krishna himself says, Prakrite kana kriyamanani gunai karmani sharvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. We think that we are the controllers, but above us, the gunas are constantly controlling us. So by eating kind of junk food and all, even the food also is in the mode of goodness, passion and goodness, ignorance. That is the reason why in Krishna consciousness, what do? We don't say that we are vegetarians, we don't say that we are vegans, but what we said, we are prasaditarians or Krishnatarians. Because why? Because we offer food to Krishna and then only we eat. So when you have this habit, or when you make it as a habit, a lifestyle, that when you offer everything, offer to Krishna and then you eat, then every time we buy something, when you're eating something, we become conscious of Krishna. And how will that consciousness come? It is a nice life, a spiritual lifestyle. Srila Prabhupada has given us a spiritual lifestyle, how to engage in making your spiritual become Krishna consciousness. As you keep chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, as you keep engaging in Krishna Bhakti, slowly we become conscious of Krishna. And then when we become conscious of Krishna, every time you want to eat anything, every time you want to spend some time, we think about Krishna. And that will help us in regulating our lives. So can I ask everyone if you can join to just recite each of these slokas, each line? Because many of you have never read the Bhagavad Gita, but today is your most auspicious day. On your Mother's Day, Let's do this, right? Yuktahara. Viharasya. Yuktachetasya. Karmasu. Yukta. Swapna. Bodhasya. Yogo. Bhavati. Dukkha. So the translation, yukta is regulated, ahara, eating, viharasya, recreation, yukta, regulated, chetasya, of one who works for maintenance, karmasu, in discharging your duties, yukta, regulated, swapna avabodhasya, sleep and wakefulness, yoga, practice of yoga, bhavati, becomes, dukkha, diminishing pains. So this here Bhagavan is talking about how you have to be very important. Your art of living is all about regulating your way in terms of your sleeping, your eating, your recreation and work, and mitigating all the material pains by practicing the yoga system. So before I just go into that, I'm just going to offer our prayers to our Guru Parambara. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Shalakaya Chaksur Unmalatanyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Om Namo Om Vishnupada Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashatya Deshana Sarini He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwara Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hare Krishna. We are so grateful to our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada who has given us this Bhagavad Gita. There are so many Bhagavad Gitas out there in the market, but what is special about the Bhagavad Gita over here is this is called as Bhagavad Gita as it is, which means Srila Prabhupada has translated this Bhagavad Gita word to word, meaning exactly the way Bhagavan Sri Krishna spoke on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Word to word meaning has been given. And Srila Prabhupada, out of his compassion for all of us, translated this beautiful work of Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna Bhagavan tells us in Bhagavad Gita the importance of having a guru. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshanaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, all of you Jivatmas, we should have a spiritual master in our life. We should have a guru in our life. And we are so fortunate we have a guru like Srila Prabhupada. And Sri Krishna Bhagavan says, not only that you have a guru in your life, you should serve the guru. You should ask all the spiritual questions to the guru. And the guru, who is a representative of Krishna, will give us all the knowledge which will take us back to Krishna. So when we sincerely pray to Krishna, Krishna will give us a guru like Srila Prabhupada. And when we take to the shelter of Srila Prabhupada will give us all the knowledge which will take us back to Krishna. You see how beautifully it works when we are sincerely praying? Because sometimes when we don't want a sincere guru, we will also get so many gurus out there. He will just take God out of the equation. There are many gurus like that, right? They just center around themselves only. They never talk about God. But here is a guru who Srila Prabhupada always put Krishna in the center. Krishna is in the center. That he is the one. Always, my duty is to always give you the knowledge which will take you to Krishna. So here we are, keeping Krishna in the center and changing our lifestyles in such a way that we are dovetailing all our energies in worshipping Krishna. And this is very much related to this particular verse because Krishna is telling how we can regulate your senses in serving Krishna. I will just read the purport that Srila Prabhupada has given us for this particular verse. What is Srila Prabhupada saying? Extravagance in the matter of eating, sleeping, defending and mating, which are demands of the body, can block advancement in the practice of yoga. So which means that sometimes, like as we are mentioning, overeating, oversleeping, or any of these things result in tamoguna and rajoguna. Can block the advancement in the practice. So the yoga practice is not about just going and doing your yoga postures, but about changing your lifestyle, changing the way you live your life, spiritualizing your day-to-day life. As far as eating is concerned, it can be regulated only when one is practiced to take and accept prasadam, sanctified food. So when we get into the habit of eating Krishna prasadam, by offering everything to Krishna, then in that way we'll become conscious of Krishna. Because when we are doing something, we'll first think whether can we offer this to Krishna or not. If you think that this is not appropriate for Krishna, we will slowly stop. In that way, we are regulating our senses. We are able to control our senses because this is not pleases Krishna. We are always thinking, does this thing please Krishna? Because I'm offering first to Krishna. Krishna Bhagavan says the importance of why we should offer food to Krishna. So, yajna sistasena santo muchante sarva kilbishai bunjate agam papa ye pachante atmakaranat. Krishna Bhagavan says, those devotees who are eating food which is first offered to Krishna, they will be released from all kind of a sin. But those who are eating the food which is only for their own sense enjoyment, they are only eating sin. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, is giving us this knowledge, waking up, telling that if you offer everything to Krishna and then you have the food, what Krishna does is when you are offering the food to Krishna, Krishna will bless that food. He will honor that food and keep that food as prasadam for you. But if you are not remembering Krishna and you are eating it only for my sense enjoyment, I just want to satisfy my senses. I'm not bothered about God, I'm not bothered. Krishna is saying you're only eating sin. Why? You're only eating sin because any food that comes to your table is going through so many processes. Grinding, putting in fire. You never know what, by the time your food is coming here, so many insects would have died. So many things would have happened by the time the food comes to the table. That means you are taking food which has got a lot of karma attached with that. And because of that, we get implicated in that karma, which means that you have to again, people who eat, like say non-vegetarian and things like that, because there is a karma attached with that. And everything, whatever that karma that comes, because we know the law of karma, when you do something like that, we'll get entangled in more and more karma. So Krishna, because why is he telling us first to offer Krishna? Because Krishna loves all of us. Krishna himself says, Pitaham asya jagato mata data pitamaha. I am the father of this universe. I am the father and mother of this universe. We all have an intimate relationship with Krishna. Like a loving mother. Because a mother, sometimes if she thinks that this food is not good for the children, even though the children love it, she will take it away from them because this is not good for you. Best example is some chips or something, like when children are eating, too many chocolates, mothers stop them, isn't it? They know that children like it, but they're like, no, don't do that. Because she cares for her children. She doesn't want you to have toothaches and all these problems, right? So like a loving mother, Krishna is telling Arjuna, every food that you're eating, it comes with karma attached with it. So please offer it to me. Be conscious of offering to me. Then I will bless that food and that food will become karma-free food. See how beautiful? And as you keep thinking, like sometimes in the beginning, we just offer some fruits over here. But as you keep practicing bhakti yoga, as you keep practicing bhakti, Krishna says, right, Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati, which means you offer one flower, a fruit, a leaf or water. Krishna is saying, please offer it to me in the morning. So when you become this, if you take this particular sloka in your life, then what you'll do, when you go for shopping to, like Aldi or somewhere out there, along with shopping for yourself, you will shopping also for Krishna also. Why? Because Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, offer me a flower, fruit or leaf or water. So I'm going to buy some nice fruits of Krishna. This is how you develop love for Krishna. Last time I offered strawberries, this time I'm going to offer blueberries. Like that you are thinking. Not only that, not only when you're offering to Krishna, you're saying Krishna is going to eat this food, I'm going to peel the banana and give it to him. Right? Why? Because you know for sure, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that he's going to eat the food, so I'm going to offer. So in this way, as we become conscious of Krishna while offering anything, then you start regulating your senses. You're no more binge eating. You're no more just eating blindly, but being conscious of Krishna. So carrying on with this, it can be regulated. As far as eating is concerned, it can be regulated only when one is practiced to take and eat prasadam, sanctified food. Like I said, we are all Krishnatarians. First offer food to Krishna and eat. We're not about vegans or anything, but we want to offer to Krishna. According to Bhagavad Gita, just as I mentioned, vegetables, flowers, fruits, grains, milk, in this way, a person in Krishna consciousness becomes automatically trained not to accept a food not meant for human consumption. So, like as I said, as we keep offering food to Krishna, we become very conscious of what we are eating. In this way, a person Krishna and Krishna conscious becomes automatically trained to not accept a food. As far as sleeping is concerned, a Krishna conscious person is always alert in the discharge of his duties in Krishna consciousness, and therefore any unnecessary time spent in sleeping is considered a great loss. So this is one of the things, because Krishna is talking about regulation in your eating habits, regulating in your sleeping habits. So once you become Krishna conscious, you try to think about how we can get up early in the morning and you want to start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You know, there are so many sanghas in Krishna consciousness. A morning at 5:30, everybody join online sangha and they will be chanting together. So once you start making spiritual friends, that is why it is so important to come to the mandir. Because when you come to the mandir and when you meet some spiritually like-minded people, then you can form a nice spiritual group. Then in that way, you start practicing Krishna consciousness. You start chanting the holy name early in the morning. So once you get used to chanting early in the morning, you want to make sure that you want to sleep early so that you can get up early in the morning. In fact, I can tell you practically, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra that we are chanting, the best way you can experiment yourself. If you're chanting early in the morning, it goes very, very smoothly. Why the chanting goes so smoothly early in the morning at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? Why? Because the whole atmosphere, this material energy is in the mode of goodness, Sattva Guna. So the guna is Sattva Guna. So the nature will support you when you're chanting the holy name. So the same thing, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you're chanting in the afternoon or in the evening with so many friends around, family around. It just takes 8 minutes. In this 8 minutes, you can see so many disturbances will keep coming up. And your mind gets distracted in so many ways. So as we become Krishna consciousness, as we become very conscious of Krishna, as we keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you'll become very conscious that, I want to get up early in the morning, and for that I want to sleep early in the morning. That's why Srila Prabhupada is saying, once you become Krishna conscious, you want to think about how we can get up early in the morning and start chanting. Another thing also we have mentioned, it is my personal experience. When I used to I used to go to London for my job. I work, like many of you, I work in the IT space. I hope many people can relate to me. I work as an IT project manager. So when I'm going to London, the importance of time, importance of sleeping, you don't want to waste a single time. So all of us, we carry these chanting bags in our hands. You have seen these chanting bags? How many of you have seen this chanting bag? Few of you. So all of us, we carry a chanting bag which has these beads over here, right? So here the importance of regulating your time, importance of not wasting your time, because the more you cut down on your other material activities, you will have more time for your spiritual activities. So when you're going on your way to work, you can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because it is there in the bag. Nobody even knows what is there in the bag. You can silently chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Whenever I used to go to London, on the way to the station, keep chanting. In the train, keep chanting. On the way to the work, chanting. When you go to work, your chanting bag goes inside, laptop bag comes outside. Once you finish your work, laptop bag goes inside, chanting bag comes outside, and you keep chanting on the way. So in this way, once you start enjoying this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Sri Krishna Bhagavan says, Bhogaishva Prasaktanam Taya Pahrita Chetasa, because our mind has been involved in so many material things. That's why the love for the bhakti towards Krishna is not coming up. But as you keep coming to the mandir, as you keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, once you get a taste of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then nothing in the world will make you as happy as chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you have some time, you want to do the Hare Krishna Kirtan. And when you want to have some time to go somewhere, you want to go and keep chanting on the way. I remember some time back, one of my Guru, Prabhuji, he said, why don't you learn harmonium? I said, no, Prabhuji, please, I don't like harmonium. I like drums. I don't like harmonium. Please, don't teach me harmonium. And he was after me for 1 week. This is what devotees do to you. What the devotees do is they'll be after your life because they want to give Krishna consciousness to you. And after 1 week, I finally agreed and I learned harmonium. Now today, every day in the evening, I'm sitting in front of Krishna and happily praying Kirtan for Krishna. How joyful it is, right? In today's world, everybody is suffering from mental health problems, suffering from depression, suffering from anxiety. The best way to engage your mind, a healthy mind, is always to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Engage your mind in listening to Krishna Katha. Engage your mind in doing Kirtan for yourself. When you come to Krishna consciousness, from practical experience, I'm telling you, Krishna will give you so many beautiful talents to serve Him that you yourself will be surprised that you could do so many things for Him. You will be able to do kirtans for him, you will be able to sing for him, you will be able to cook for him, because Krishna will give you all the talents. So Srila Prabhupada this year is nicely mentioning that as far as sleeping is concerned, the Krishna conscious person is always alert in his discharge of Krishna consciousness duties. And the time spent is considered great loss. Avyartha kalatvam. A Krishna conscious person cannot bear to pass a minute of his life without being engaged in service of the Lord. Why? Because we become so attracted to Krishna. Sarva akarshiti iti Krishna, which means Krishna attracts everyone. Even the children get attracted, even the elderly people get attracted, everybody gets attracted. You all know the story that how we got this temple. It has been gifted by whom? Yeah? George Harrison. He's the Beatles. They have given this place as a gift. Why did they give it as a gift? I'll tell you a miraculous story. Srila Prabhupada, our Gurudev Srila Prabhupada, sent 6 American disciples to UK to start a temple. Right? When they came here, they did not have any money to build a temple. They wanted money. So somebody said like the Beatles are the richest and the famous and the most powerful people at that point of time. So they got invited to a Christmas party. Okay, let's meet the Beatles and ask for some help. Right? See the power of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And to the greatest surprise, when they went and sat in the Christmas party, they were waiting for the Beatles to come. When they come, let's make friends with them, and they'll ask for some help. And to the greatest surprise, Krishna made it such a divine arrangement. George Harrison from the Beatles comes straight, leaving all the VIPs in the Christmas party, goes straight to these monks, and the first thing he says is, "Where have you been, you Hare Krishna people? I've been waiting for you all these years." Why? Because Krishna made a divine arrangement where the Beatles went to India, they heard about Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And they were searching, where can we meet these people? And here they were in the Christmas party. And George Harrison himself used to daily chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And when he listened to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we have a book called Chant and Be Happy. It is a conversation between George Harrison. And when George Harrison personally used to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and when he became so happy with the knowledge of Krishna consciousness in Bhagavad Gita and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he said, "I'm so happy, Srila Prabhupada, I want to buy a gift of a temple for you." Imagine this, right? So we are so fortunate that he given his gift of 17 acres he bought and just gave it as a gift of this temple. And today we are all sitting in the middle of 80 acres of land practicing Krishna consciousness. How fortunate we are, right? Why? Because George Harrison of the Beatles, was enjoying this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When you get a taste, Visaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavajyam rasopasta param drishtva nivartate. When you get a taste of Krishna Bhakti, when you get a taste of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then nothing in the world will make you as happy as Krishna consciousness. So all these mental health problems, anxiety problems, everything will be wiped out. You know why? Sri Krishna Bhagavan came as a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of you are aware of that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Panchatattva, who's in the middle, golden color dhoti, that is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, came in the avatar of a devotee. And why did he come? To give us this message that in this Kali Yuga, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam Kalona Stevana Gatiranya. The one and only solution for Krishna Bhakti in Kali Yuga is to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when Krishna himself has come as a devotee and telling us chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, why will we go and chant any other mantra? Because the full Shakti of Krishna is embedded in this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Kalikale Namarupa Krishna Avatar, which means Bhagavan Sri Krishna came in the avatar of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a Mahamantra, and also it is the Nama avatar of Krishna. So you can see, like when you become Krishna conscious, automatically your lifestyle is changing. Just like George Harrison, he was a great guitarist, he was a great rock band. He completely changed his lifestyle. And he asked Prabhupada, shall I give up everything and come and become a monk? Srila Prabhupada said, George Harrison, you don't need to do anything like that. You don't need to give up anything. All you do is from today, you start writing songs for Krishna. And that is the reason why he wrote this beautiful song called My Sweet Lord. Beautiful, it became the top album in those days. So like that, whatever skills that you have, if you can give everything for Krishna, then automatically your lifestyle starts changing. Because consciously you'll be thinking, does Krishna be happy about it? If I do this, will Krishna be happy about it? We are never against anything material. Even if you have artificial intelligence, we want to use it for the purpose of Krishna. So as long as the goal is to please Krishna, we are happy about that. And not only that, Srila Prabhupada goes on to say, therefore his sleeping is kept to a minimum. His ideal, that is, I'm talking about, we are talking about devotees. His ideal in this respect is Srila Rupa Goswami, who's always engaged in the service of Krishna, who could not sleep more than 2 hours a day, and sometimes not even that. Thakur Haridas would not even accept prasadam, nor even sleep for a minute without finishing his daily routine of chanting with his beads 300,000 times. So you see some of the secrets I will tell you. So when we Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he mentioned what happens when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why all these anxieties will go away if we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The reason is this. Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Baba Maha Davagni Nirvarpanam. Which means when you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what happens is all this samskara, all these sinful things, everything that is loaded in your heart, the heart is compared to a mirror. When a mirror is full of dust, can you see yourself? You cannot see yourself. When you remove all the dust, then you can see yourself clearly, right? So similarly, our heart is filled with so many of samskaras from so many lifetimes. So by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it will remove all the samskara. It will clean all the dust of your heart. And once all the dust is clean, you will get complete awakening of love for Krishna will be in your heart. You will start developing love for Krishna in your heart, because the whole dharma of Atma is to always serve the Paramatma. But right now we are not getting that love for Krishna because our heart is still having so many samskar. So much of sinful things are still there in the. So as we keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one of the things that will happen is our propensity to sin will come down and down. Our hankering for material things will keep coming down and down. So once the hankering comes down, automatically, day by day, slowly becoming Krishna consciousness. Because you're no more tempted by all this binge eating, chips, and all kind of a lifestyle you won't want to do. And Srila Prabhupada is giving the examples of Rupa Goswami. You can see over there, on the altar, there are 6 Goswamis over there. All those Goswamis were disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the beauty is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent all those Goswamis to Vrindavan to unearth all the places where Krishna has done his leelas. Imagine Krishna himself comes as a devotee, sends his disciples to Vrindavan and unearth in all the places. And all those Goswamis, they were engaged in serving Krishna. They have written beautiful scriptures for Krishna. And the lifestyle of these people who are serving Krishna, they would only sleep for 2 hours. Why? Because they felt that this human life is so precious, we don't want to waste time. Similarly, our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 69, went all the way to the US. And you know something? He would only sleep for 2 hours in the night. Throughout the night, he would go and translate all this Bhagavad Gita. Today we are reading Bhagavad Gita because all these purports, all these commentaries have been given by Srila Prabhupada, because he spent the whole night, overnight. You can see when you go upstairs, Srila Prabhupada's room, you can find a dictaphone, which he used to translate all the works. And imagine, throughout the night, he would sit and translate all these books. Like that, 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada has translated it. Why? For all of us. Why? Because when you have love for Krishna in your heart, you can do any miracles. Once a journalist came and asked Srila Prabhupada, Guruji, can you show us some miracles? He said, the biggest miracle is this: all these hippies were there, now they become happies by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha, because till then they were into drugs and all kind of a lifestyle. Right? So this is a best example that I can give you from this sloka, where Krishna is talking about yuktahara, how you have regulated your habits. So when Srila Prabhupada was there, when he came to New York for the first time, there were so many drug addicts, so many hippies. You remember that Bollywood song, Dam Mera Dam? Yeah, Hare Krishna, it became problem. So the devotees went and told Srila Prabhupada, in Bollywood they're spoiling our name by just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you remember in that particular Dam Mera Dam, what do? They're shown as drug addicts and intoxicants and all that. But the actual fact, what has happened is, all those drug addicts and intoxicants, they all became pure devotees of Krishna. That is why Srila Prabhupada said, you want miracles, right? This sloka, Srila Prabhupada has shown us. Yuktahara Veharasya Yukta Chetasa Karmasa Yukta Swapnava Bodhasya Yoga Bhavati. How they have overcome all this material by practicing, they have been able to mitigate all the material pains because they were in so much of confusion. There was so much of confusion, all the drug addicts and so much of intoxication and all that. They did not know how to transform their life. They were looking for a guru. And here is Srila Prabhupada appeared out there. He completely changed their lifestyle. Imagine the people who are taking intoxication, they have stopped everything. Morning 4:30, they would get up at Brahma Muhurta and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They were the ones who built the first Ratha Yatra for the Ratha Yatra. They were the ones who went and chanted the holy name. They are the ones who went on the streets and were chanting and calling everybody. They were the ones who went and distributed all the Krishna conscious books. Why? Because they have followed a guru like Srila Prabhupada, a Jagat Guru like Srila Prabhupada, who has transformed their lifestyle from hippies to happies. So similarly, if we take to the surrender to the spiritual master, and if we take to the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, if we take to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, then we will be able to completely mitigate. You know this Haridas Thakur which I was talking about just now, every day he would not take anything unless he completed, daily he used to chant 300,000 times, 3 lakh times of Hare Krishna Maha, he used to chant. And do you know who Haridas Thakur is? He is actually a Muslim. And he became a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at that time, the Qazi, the Muslim ruler at that time, when he came to know that Haridas Thakur was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he broke the mridanga and he ordered, the Muslim ruler ordered, anybody who's chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they will be killed, they will be thrown, and they will be beaten up till they die. And when Haridas Thakur was actually chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he got Haridas Thakur and he got him beaten in 22 marketplaces. And he ordered, beat him till he dies. But still Haridas Thakur said, you do whatever you want, I am not going to stop chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is what we have to follow. We have to follow the examples of Haridas Thakur. We have to follow the examples of Goswamis who told us that when we are engaging in Krishna, Krishna will give us all the strength. Imagine our Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 years, 14 times he went all around the planet. Where did the energy come from? Twice he met with heart attacks on the way in the ship. 3 times he had heart attack. Why? Krishna was constantly saving. So if we mold our lifestyle in serving Krishna, then Krishna will give us all the knowledge, all the skills by which we can serve Krishna. So even though Haridas Thakur was beaten up back and blue, he was not feeling the pain. Why? You know why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu later told him, the reason is because I was protecting you. So when we take to Krishna consciousness, we are not alone. We are always being protected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Srila Prabhupada. So we are very fortunate in this mandir. We have Lord Radha Gokulananda, we have Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Here you have Narasimhadev, and there you have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see the beautiful 6-armed form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? 6-armed form. What does the 6-armed form actually mean? 2 arms of Lord Krishna playing the flute, 2 arms of Lord Ram with a bow and arrow, and 2 arms of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu holding the tambrel and the pot, which is actually because he took sannyas, to tell us that he himself is Krishna, he himself is Lord Ram. So as we are contemplating this month end, March 29th is going to be Ram Navami. So before Ram Navami comes, we have to contemplate that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Raksha Mam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahi Mam. Praying to Lord Ram and praying to Krishna himself. So he set us the example. So all of us, we are very fortunate. And finally, Srila Prabhupada says, as far as work is concerned, a Krishna conscious person does not do anything which is not connected with Krishna. And thus his work is always regulated and untainted by sense gratification. Since there is no question of sense gratification, there is no material leisure for the person or in Krishna consciousness. And because he is regulated in all his work, sleep, wakeful and other bodily activities, there is no material misery for him. So because a Krishna conscious person is so conscious of Krishna that he doesn't want to spoil his body by eating all junk food. He wants to be careful because he wants to practice Krishna consciousness. He wants to have a healthy sleep, because if you sleep at 9 o'clock and wake up at 4 o'clock, it's double the time. It's very productive. So in this way, as we become Krishna conscious, we will be able to regulate all the material plans by dovetailing all our activities towards Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So, this is the essence of this particular verse from Bhakti Yoga, from Jnana Yoga or Bhagavad Gita. So, I want to humbly thank each one of you for taking part in this. Because you never read Bhagavad Gita, many of you have never read Bhagavad Gita, but today first time you have done a sloka. And also I want to give you one sloka before you go away. This sloka is very easy. It is in chapter number 9, verse number 26. Please can I ask everyone to repeat after me? Krishna is telling how we can worship him. So repeat after me. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati tad aham bhaktya upahiritam asnami prayatatmana. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati tadaham bhakti upahiritam asnami prayatatmana. So this is your takeaway on a Sunday. And what is the takeaway? Krishna's message from Bhagavad Gita where he's saying, with love and devotion, if you offer me flower, a fruit, a tulsi leaf or water, 4 simple things. What are that? Flower, fruit, tulsi leaf or water. If you offer with love and devotion, Krishna is saying, I will surely accept it. So we want to give you this message. All the children are there. Would you like to offer a fruit to Krishna? Right? From tomorrow morning you're going to offer to Krishna? Yeah? All you have to do is chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and just offer something to Krishna. And Krishna will not forget a small, swalpam abhyasya, a little bit of this service that you do for Krishna. He'll never forget what you have done for your life. Right? So can I ask everyone, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us how to surrender to Krishna. When you keep your hands like this, we are saying Krishna Tavasmi. So can I ask everyone to keep your hands like this? We are going to first offer our obeisance to the Panchatattva and then we will chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So first the Panchatattva. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And now chant Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We want to thank you so much for giving us, for devotees who never had a chance to know who the Panchatattva. In the middle, golden colored dhoti, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next, in the blue colored dhoti, on the second from the left, that is Nityananda, who's none other than Lord Balaram. Extremely left, white colored dhoti, that is Advaita Acharya, who's a combination of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. On the right side, second from the right, that is Gadadhar Pandit, who's none other than Radharani. And ultimately, on the extreme right, that is Srivas Pandit, who's none other than Narada Muni. So they are called as Panchatattva. So they are the ones who are giving us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when you pray to the Panchatattva, they will give you all the blessings so that our Hare Krishna chanting will be 100% successful. Right? So this is the message I want to give you. I want to humbly thank each one of you for giving your precious time. You stayed back to listen to Bhagavad Gita. Like I said, Krishna says anybody who's listening to Hari Katha in Bhagavad Gita, they don't come back into this material world which is full of anxiety, but they go back to Krishna Loka. So on that note, I want to humbly thank you and all obeisances to our mothers. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. They are the first guru and they are the ones who bring us closer to Krishna. So never forget all the pains and sufferings and all the sacrifices that our mothers have done for us, right? Let's glorify our mothers and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And also a quick announcement, on Saturday, March 21st, this is an annual gathering where the Manor community, Bhaktivedanta Manor community gathers to remain the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. This year we meditate on the 60th anniversary of the incorporation of ISKCON with Srila Prabhupada as your well-wisher in our lives. Special guests include Jananda Swami, Vishaka Dasi, Kripamoy Das, Guru Charana Padma Dasi, and a host of other Prabhupada disciples who will be gracing on this day with their personal association and reflections on how the exceptional love and care that Srila Prabhupada showered continues to be the guiding light of our lives. There will be kirtan, drama, quiz, kids performance, and even a workshop facilitated by various Srila Prabhupada disciples. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. I will try to find out. You message me.